Oh, didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, game 2 loading in. Waiting on them
Always
broadcasters.
won. Always won.
Always
God
the
damn
Chinese
it.
caster.
There we go.
There you go. Okay, so.
Wait
Well,
for it.
there you go.
So we'll see if you're right with the bans.
Yeah.
Because the first pick is in the hands of Secret.
Yeah.
So they may bypass the Ogre ban.
Yeah, and Fog mentioned the, what was it, Bat and something else that they'd ban instead?
What, Bat Shadow Demon?
Yeah, Bat
for
Shadow Demon.
Secret, and
Yeah.
then VP will probably do the...
Ogre Coddle, maybe? Or they banned Coddle in game 1. Coddle Bounty, was it game 1?
Coddle Bounty.
Yeah. I guess it's whether they banned Ogre or not. Oh, nope.
Again, they go
Slaughter.
for the
Oh, no,
Slaughter
they
ban.
banned Slaughter game 1. That was what they banned something with Slaughter.
Yeah, but they banned Slaughter in the second ban phase, right? Didn't they?
No, so
First stage.
Slaughter
Was
was
it
the
first?
Slaughter was their second ban in the first phase.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. He's sticking with that Slaughter ban.
So Shadow Demon or Bat? What's it gonna be? Or neither?
Because
VP may let it through if they can get the easy combo.
yeah, for VP having second pick, you get the SD Luna together, assuming Secret. Well, I mean, depending what's left in the pool. I guess Secret could first pick a SD if they want.
I do take out the Bat Rider.
Yep.
It means we've got Io, we've got SD. Goodbye
They'll ban
SD.
SD.
We now have Io, Ogre.
Yep.
Okay.
Interesting.
You still have your OD. You still have your Dro. You still got all the good stuff.
Yeah, probably he's played a lot of Ogre over the last 2 days, so.
The Ogre just leaves your draft open. You can now
Yep.
second pick something like the OD if you want to have an OD game. You could second pick the Drow Ranger if you want. If you want to have a Drow game.
I'm wondering if they get Forev's hero. Because Forev's been pretty heavily banned out in the second phase.
Yeah. It's consideration. I guess it's like what you second pick a Tide then.
Or the Timber.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
That's
bad.
pretty early.
I don't think that's a bad approach at all. His heroes have been getting heavily focused in the third, fourth bans.
When he's he's the one player in the team that seems to have that smaller hero. Not so much that he can't play the heroes, but these are the heroes that Secret want to play. They play really well with the Tide, so. You're in an elimination game. You look back as where you've had your wins and most success.
OD
I-
and Marana.
I wonder if that OD is almost partially a deny pick as well. Blocking it from
could be.
mid one.
It's one of the easiest setups in mid lane. If that Ogre is going to try and be a pain in the butt, you just
Yeah.
imprison and get a 5-second arrow. As long as they can get the timing right, and that's a support Marana.
Well,
we
that's
assume.
yeah, because normally you pick up around and you're like, oh, is it support? Is it core? It's probably core. Not many people run support, but you pick with an OD and you're like, actually, it's
Yeah.
almost certainly is a support.
Yep.
It could be.
I think it's
I think
it's their answer
weird
to
safe lane, but yeah.
I think it's their answer to the Ogre influence in mid.
Hmm.
And if Ogre's not influencing mid, then they just get an easy setup on whoever is the mid core. So going something like an Invoker may even be scarier.
I guess that's the other hero Secret might want a first stage pick as Invoker if they're worried about getting banned out.
You could try and play the distance game. Sniper was one of the biggest ones we saw going up against the OD. And that's something which you'll never get in range to get the imprisonment into arrow combo.
Sniper gets better with Drow Aura.
Yeah, I was about to say Sniper is... Yeah.
Ogre Sniper Drow. That's some serious mid game.
I'm wondering if
mid
VP
lane
even
focus.
That's
think
some
about
Imperial
banning that,
stuff.
or again, do they focus on banning the offlane?
Probably. I think the Tide ban, sure. I think that's
At least the Tide, then the other ban. I guess what are the problem? Maybe you consider like a Sniper ban, but Sniper is
Yeah.
such a niche pick. I don't know if you ban it or not. Maybe
We've seen a
VP
lot
is
of
not
Razor
wide.
bans. Still.
Yeah, Razor actually against COD. Oh, of course, mention the Invoker. Invoker's good against the arrows because the Forward Spirit can tank it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Invoker Tide ban. It's been one of mid one's best heroes as well. That and this I guess Storm Spirit and the OD could become a Storm game if Secret want.
I forgot about the IO.
I don't think VP... maybe they might have picked it, yeah, with the OD and everything. But
Might have felt slightly too passive, though.
I wonder if they ban the Sven again for Secret. Take that away from Ramses or not.
Well, then there's a good, which evil do you choose?
They
Oh,
do
They
ban
tried
the
to-
ban.
They
I
go
think
to
it's
Sniper.
I think it's a really good ban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloodlusted Sniper with Drow Aura, that even the super late stages in the game, good luck breaking high ground.
Yeah.
They're just saying, for if you can have your heroes this game.
Team Secret say screw it. Let's get Troll Warlord going mid.
Oh, God.
He's not have the same potency mid.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he's not a
He's
hero.
no sniper.
He's not a hero.
You can
I thought you would.
Okay, situational safe lane maybe, but I don't see him ever.
Would
I
you
don't see him
ban Lifestealer over Sven, by the way, if you're secret?
after last game, maybe. Sven's better. Like Drowstrat's always very physical damage based. And that's where Warcry and Sven is the blink, either a blink armlet or whatever, but it may be to just get in your face. But after last game, and knowing that VP may pick something.
Yeah, Slark is way too
Similar
good
idea.
against Drow Ranger.
Watch VP take the tide right now, just like.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, Secret more than likely will pick up the Tide Hunter for 4 in the 3rd, 4th.
Yeah. It's something VP probably knows coming. They just decided the bigger threats is those mid laners.
Yep.
10 seconds remaining.
Well,
Maybe
if OD gets shut down at the start, then yeah, you got a problem.
Maybe VP goes for what, the Disruptor and the Ursa, which is incredibly good versus the Tide Hunter through. Both of them are amazing for him throughout all stages. And that's something that they do like a lot, the Ursa and the Disruptor.
Or watch Lil go for support silencer. They've done that.
Support silencer, support clock. Oracle Husker them, you know. When that tide's coming, pick up a Husker. Well, I guess you don't pick up now, but pick up later.
Yeah, wouldn't mind an Oracle safe lane. You're kind of lacking a lot of stuns, however.
Oracle's good with OD, of course, so it could be consideration, but...
You run almost like a sustain lineup as opposed to a control lineup.
Yeah, I think the Sven, the Ursa, the Disruptor, those 3 are like the big ones that stand out for me for VP. But other than that, yeah, Lifestealer's still pretty sweet.
Who else do you go for mid? We're seeing Wind Rangers being paired up with the Drow Ranger.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
the disruptor.
Yeah.
Little concerned about Wind Ranger against an OD with Mirana hovering.
It's actually like, the preemptive tide counter.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, pick it.
It's actually, like, that's
Do
a
it.
big reason they're picking this.
I wish I could see Ramsey's perspective right now. He's probably like selecting Ursa, like pick Tide, pick Tide, pick Tide, pick Tide.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
I mean, Svenzo's still
Sven's
okay.
okay.
Because, like, you've got the mid-game counter. Like, even if you
5
don't
seconds remaining.
zone tide in the lane, you can kill him in the mid-game without Ravage coming off because of Static Storm.
Yeah.
So, if they decide they want a more farming one, that's good.
Mhm. All depends on how they want to take the plays.
It's like Team Secret knows that obviously that they're getting baited into picking the tide, so
Yeah, Puppy's smarter than that. He
Yeah.
knows. I mean, it's not like it's like the game's over if they pick Tide into Disruptor,
it's
but it's
just
definitely
no, but
yeah.
it's already
crap.
very annoying.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
like Tide and Timber are just... It's not freedom.
Earthshaker.
Earthshaker.
The adjustment.
Dire
It's a little bit of
Is that core ES though?
it's a big change up that we've been seeing. Like I
Could go either
have
way.
not been seeing an Earthshaker. I haven't seen an Earthshaker win in quite a while, to be honest.
Yeah,
No,
we
there's
had
the
we had one
Lifestealer.
Earthshaker core I think on
Team
day 1,
Secrets, turn to
and
pick.
it failed badly because it just got completely outlaned.
They picked the Lifestealer is great
Templar
here.
Assassin.
Oh, this is nice.
Okay.
Oh, TA.
Switching it up a bit to Team Secret.
So let's see what Virtus Pro thinks, if it's core or support or shaker, depending on what they ban.
But right now, VP has like within the OD and the Disruptor, their team fight looks pretty sweet in comparison to Team Secrets, where it's not really any team fight. I mean, sure you have Earthshaker, but he needs a long time in order to build up to that point.
I'm loving too VP's like the variety which you can have in the lanes, and the fact that you can push the lifesteal if you want to the off lane as well, so they're not really restricted at all. And the Earthshaker's got no easy way to escape either, because you could just open wounds and then he's locked in. Then you got glimpse back. You've got like even open wounds into early static field. Very easy ways to attack, as if that's a core ES.
Well, they're taking their time, surely.
Oh,
Team
Warlock.
Secrets, turn to ban.
Really? Warlock would have been. I suppose they could have run Warlock support. Give like some level of the AOE control.
Ten seconds remaining.
Okay. There you go.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
Warlock. I'm not sure if Secret would have gone for that, but we'll see. I am still hoping for the time.
Reserve time.
Despite Lifestealer and Disruptor, I'm sure Forev finds a way around it.
Feels a lot of the secret picks are going back to like comfort stuff, like having a mid 1 TA, Puppy Earthshaker. Well, I assume Puppy Earthshaker could be Pilot Eye, but
You don't
Well,
think-
actually, no, 4.
I was gonna say it's only
Four
chance
of
for 4 of
Shaker?
Shaker.
Oh, you're
that's
saying
what
4
I
of Shaker.
Yeah.
That's it's a
I guess-
possibility. We don't
yeah.
know, and neither does Virtus Pro. So
No.
it was more like a gamble, I guess, in their ban. A Warlock would have offered a lot of team fight that, as we mentioned, Team Secret right now is kind of lacking compared to Virtus Pro.
Their lanes are pretty weak if they have Ogre or Earthshaker supports. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
it's
Yeah,
like,
that's-
alright, well, we
that's
just
it.
have an Earthshaker and an Ogre running around, you know, like, can't really do much with those guys. The Ogre can, but
There we go. Here's the
we'll
answer.
find out.
Team
Yeah.
Secret.
And they probably got deterred picking the Tide because of that disruptor pick, so.
Darkseid would have been a complete pain in the butt if it was the laning phase. Like, if it is a lifesteal, a disruptor off. And then Darkseer into the safe lane for VP.
10
No way to
seconds
lane that.
remaining.
Well, this last pick has to like bring everything together.
5
I mean, it
seconds
could be their
remaining.
last game if it's already not great from the draft onwards.
Yeah.
What do you even get? Like, do you still go back for the Tide?
I think that is exactly what they're trying to decide.
There's too many things that can go wrong.
They might just be thinking ahead about what they're
10
planning.
seconds.
So you just get a
remaining.
secondary support. Someone that can help TA win the mid.
5 seconds.
It's got to be a
remaining.
range support. Vengeful Spirit.
Vengeful Spirit. All right.
Yeah,
Dire
many,
team
like auras, right? Aura with Bloodlust
Yeah,
as well.
still not a lot of team fight, and Virtus Pro likes to fight, and I'm afraid Team Seeker's just gonna get baited into fighting as well, because they normally do not shy away from fights. So
I mean, VP also, VP loves to fight. They're
yeah,
just gonna-
exactly.
yeah,
and they're just gonna
run it
force
on.
them out. And
This-
Secret, I don't think they like. Look at their disengage. How can they run away from this lineup that
5
has
seconds
basically
remaining.
leap movement speed,
don't-
arrows, glimpses?
Don't run, just get
Open
just get
wounds.
aggressive.
Yeah,
Push-
just
push
kill
the
him.
VS, the Earthshaker, and the Ogre all
Yeah,
the
but
top
they're
lane.
gonna- they're
Hold your
gonna-
ground, yeah.
Yes.
They're gonna
Just
lose the fight, right?
Let the Drow have all the space on the bottom, as long as the VP offlaner isn't a terrible matchup for her. And just run aggro tri lane. Keep the supports up top so they can't rotate mid. It's not the greatest.
And then
solution.
Virtus Pro only has to win one lane to win the entire game.
Yeah,
What's
that's
the
problem.
Pasha hero that's left? They're still sanking if they want to go for something like that.
Oh!
Centaur. Okay, cool.
Centaur
I
is
like
back.
Centaur
Yeah.
acts his game. Blocking all that damage could be
Nah,
good too.
I'm still
Yeah.
perfectly alright for Drow to go one-on-one with Centaur. It's still a pretty damn good matchup for a Drow.
Yeah.
She's never gonna kill. She can harass probably out of the lane, but she'll never get a kill.
I still favored Virtus Pro's lineup, so cool.
I personally like the Virtus Pro's lineup as well, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it progresses.
So
Yeah.
VP's lineup just looks so much better. That's why.
Yeah, it looks more clear what they're planning on doing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if Secret has something up their sleeve. ODPixel Gods, take it away.
Hey, here we have it then. So what could potentially be Secret's last game in the major qualifiers if they are to drop it here, and coming out with something that's not necessarily well, kind of flavoured the meta, switching it up forever on the offlane shaker, having the Vengeful Spirit back into its pilot. I will pick that up, something that we're just not used to seeing on just being used as much recently, and of course letting Mid1 get his hands on one of his signature heroes, but it is the TA.
Yeah, this is a lot of physical damage, a lot of auras, armor, and coming out from Team Secret, they're looking to kind of just overwhelm VP, but it's VP who have the more kind of overall, I guess, well-rounded draft, you could say. They've got clear, stable lanes. They're set up with the Arrow in the mid lane with the Astral. They've got a strong presence with a Lifestealer who can infest the Centaur come mid-game time, and
I
Team
mean,
Secret
it's
have to
gonna
be
if
careful.
Secret kind of get their footing at the start, it's gonna be a fun game.
Yes, absolutely.
In terms of the heroes and the wombos, we could have it all. VP, of course, with that final
30
Centaur
seconds to
pick,
battle.
that's going to be interesting to see indeed how well it works. If they do prioritize building the Ags early on, what kind of build they go for? Is it going to be kind of a Imperial Ace style where he just gets the Hood, the Vanguard, or are we just going to see the Blink, the kind of the looking for that
I think
fight?
they're just picking in for the Blink
Yeah.
because of the Infest combo, as well as getting in close to the Drow Ranger and the TA. Going for any kind of farming core type center doesn't work when you've already got Lifestealer and OD there. Arrow will hit. Does he get the hoof stop as well? Ooh.
The good magic missile. It might not be
And
enough
Pi
though,
gets the
Pasha. Can he get this? And
They're
P
not
just a
gonna
little bit
chase.
too slippery.
That
So
was-
all in all, bounty runes, one the way of Puppy, one the way of Pi. Secret able to secure themselves both and come close to losing someone, but yeah, indeed, a good stun from Pi, making sure that Pasha doesn't get that Who Stomp off in time to follow up the arrow stuff.
See what Lil starts. He's got the Arrow level 1. May look to try and get a fast level 2 and just arrow some neutrals, but with the dual lane mid, this is a very tough lane. They're focusing everything on shutting down mid 1 and also making sure that this Ogre isn't too bothersome to deal with.
Making sure that they can do as much to ensure that mid-one doesn't get the start that he's looking for indeed. Well, top lane, this matchup, Varev up against Ramses. I mean, how much is this offlane Shaker going to find from this lane, do you feel?
It looks like with the fissure block, he's already got the creep wave back close to his tower, so he's getting levels. He's even getting a couple CS, so it should be at least all right. But VP, their main goal is to pull the equilibrium back, use the pulls, and keep Earthshaker out. And yeah, one misstep from Earthshaker with Glimpse, with the Lifestealer's open wounds. He's a very easy kill for this VP dual lane, so he has to play very cautiously up top.
Solo as well, coming back in to stick around with Ramses. Back to the mid lane, mid one against no one at the moment. 4 for 2, 3 for 2. It's close. It is early days, but both heroes getting a good start with the first few waves. And down bottom, MP up against this lane of Pasha. And mid lane, we're just going in with the Astral. You've got an arrow that will be coming through. Gets a good stun onto Puppey as well, and they'll come in with the right clicks. He's only got a tango, no Fairy Fire or such. Puppey looking to be taken down. He's going to give up his life for the first, but Lil will go down in return. But of course, it is VP getting the first blood for no one.
Yeah, VP get first blood. Puppey trying to do the selfless thing and tank the arrow there. Mid one did have refract up, so may have been able to survive the arrow regardless, but either way, he wanted to be sure. No one immediately getting harassed as Puppey respawns, and they're going to chase him back to his tower. Likely should be fine. Has the Fairy Fire and Salve, and he'll just be forced to use that. Mid one himself getting kind of low. Has a Salve, so pretty even lane as far as the OD and TA concerned.
Offlaners at the moment, Pasha level 1, nearly hitting level 2, but Forev indeed just about to hit level 3, so it certainly feels like Forev is just having the easier time in his lane.
Absolutely. Just being able to pull that lane back. He's gotten a lot of experience up here, and that seems to be something that's going to continue with this lane already pushing up close to his tower again. This Drow doing her part to make sure that the Centaur gets zoned. It's one of those important things to do as a carry, is not just make sure you hit every last hit, but also help your support out when it comes to zoning.
Pasha just wasted a TP there as well, didn't I?
May have misclicked a Tango or
about,
something,
yeah.
probably. Yeah, he probably selected the Tango, the TP instead of the Tango when he clicked a tree.
Milk, just make sure he keeps up the XP gain. Arrow's creep heads back towards the mid lane. As it continues, mid-one still with the CS edge at the moment on the TA. 11 for 4, 8 for 3. And no one getting very, very low. Has got the bottle charges though. Yep.
He's leaving the... Oh, this is the arrow on mid one. Leaving the courier mid, so he's going to bottle crow as needed. Not even going to want to go for the runes, I imagine, at 4 minutes. Just let the Mirana take a rune or two, but he just wants to stay and maximize his farm and XP. But OD can always catch up. The points in the Astral make this lane get a bit easier. TA doing some big right clicks mid. That wasn't even with the Ogre's help, as we'll see a Salve picked up as well. So he'll bring back the Salve and bottle and be A-okay once those return.
And of course with Pasha just heading back to clear up the side camp. MP continue to get more and more space. Still losing out in CS in comparison to the Ramses though. Ramses having the slightly easier lane. I guess that's probably just down to the fact that this Drow was focused as well on bullying 9 Pasha when it was in the lane.
Yeah, and Centaur just doesn't have those tricks to change the creep equilibrium, so he's kind of just stuck with whatever he gets when it comes to creeps pushing out his way, whereas Earthshaker can guarantee XP using the fissure to block it back. I mean, Shaker not only has good XP, the CS has allowed him to pick up the win lays, the raindrops. He's actually quite a difficult kill now with these items and the movement speed he's getting.
To get the arrow, it will hit, but the refraction's up. Only have 1 charge to protect him. Looks like he should be alright mid-one. It's not enough burst to take him down, and of course it's not getting that arrow damage due to the refraction. Makes it very hard for them to follow through and get killed. Paladai is going to come in and help back up Puppey in mid-one. Let's see if no one sticks around for too long, but the pings are out. He knows that the Venge is in the neighborhood, so no one should be playing safe enough here.
Yep.
I say that he's
pushing up deep.
He's got to be careful.
And here comes Shaker as well, so looks like the pings went out, so both Mirana and Shaker saw each other. No one's continuing to bottle crow. That's his 2nd time going at it. I think he realizes he's getting... There's no chance he can really leave this lane and get runes, so...
Again, arrow combination, very nicely done.
No
and this
around.
time, he will have the chance to
he
refract.
Should be fine. Yeah, he'll be okay.
Still, of course, with no points yet in the arcane orb.
Still,
so damage isn't quite there.
It's still fine. For that's the kind of trades you just have to make as an OD. You're just looking for farm. That arrow just keeps mid-one low, makes it so that he can't dive you when he hits level 6, and gets you a couple of CS. Very impressed by 4's offlane Earthshaker so far in the progression he's seeing.
Nearly level 5. 11 CS as well. He's going to be very happy with this. I mean, obviously, at least he's not really been able to do much in terms of slowing down Ramses. Ramses, yeah, still gets absolute free farm here. The Shaker's presence, not enough to slow down the lifestealer.
It is kind of scary when the Centaur hits level 6, but that's the key thing with zoning him out of that bottom lane, is that you don't allow him to get level 6 at a good time.
Towards the mid. Lil coming in with the arrow. Onto Puppey. Points in the Arcane Orb now, so no one's damage up has stepped up, but mid one's, he's trying to finish off the OD, and he'll actually get it. Puppey will finally go down to the right clicks of Lil. Mid one, even thinking about going deep. He's looking for the side play, can't get it. A Fisher from Forev will finish off the deal. So 2 for 1 at the moment. Puppey the only one to give his life, but a nice arrow there. Peeping the TA. Marana will go down, so it does end up still as a 3 for 2. Secret to be the happier ones with that, but it could have been a little bit worse for VP if they didn't get the TA kill at the end of the day, and Marana throws her life away to secure that mid trade at least.
Yeah, it's a overall decent exchange for Secret. Unfortunately, the TA dies, who is their kind of big key hero, but it's the space at bottom lane that they're getting. The Drow pushing a tier 1 tower alone. They're getting the keys on the heroes they're looking for in mid lane, and Shaker making a rotation gets him level 6.5. Arcane boots. Forev is definitely the surprise winner of this laning stage. I mean, he's not top of the net worth by any means, but it's more just the surprise factor as to how much farm and XP he's been getting. He's out farming the OD, number 4 in net worth. Looking really good.
Again, the arrow coming through. Fraction back up in 7. Puppey dropping the Fire Blast and the knockdown. Question if they want to jump in for this, but the Starstorm coming down, bringing mid one down low. Now he's got the Refraction back up, but he's giving glimpse back, surrounded by 3 members of VP. Yeah, and with the Astral, he's in a lot of trouble. He believes he still has a Refraction charge up. He might actually get out with a backup of Pilot Iron Puppey, and he will. Mid one able to retreat successfully as Secret come to the mid, save the TA.
Yep.
And no one will die at the moment.
Okay, that's a lot of commitment to this mid lane from VP and not much return. Just having that 1 point in Bloodlust and the Ignite Puppey able to help keep this lane nice and secure. This will also secure themselves a top rune with 1. Picking up some raindrops, anything. He knows they're just going to keep running at him with whatever they've got. And Lifesteal just can't really easily rotate. He can, if they dive the tower, yeah, he could theoretically TP in, but until there's Stampede and a level 6 Centaur, he's kind of trapped and just stuck to this top lane to keep on farming. Also, he ideally wants the armlet, but for now, he's not going to look to make any moves towards mid. Likely we'll see him team up with Centaur, or at least TP rotate with a Stampede to make some plays when that happens. Bottom lane, though, it looks like a smoke. OD saying, screw this mid lane. Let's find something else.
Yeah, MP will get caught out by the Astral. He's had pretty much
bench.
free farm the whole game. Arrow's going to be off the point. A good gust might buy MP enough for time. Pilot dies, coming with the rotation. Magic Missiles the only to hold him back. MP started to salve up. He'll turn, take the kill on Lil. And MP survives the smoke movement from VP.
Yeah, missed arrow just costing them there. Not the easiest spell to time sometimes, but still a mistake from Lil that costs VP, as he doesn't hit the arrow coming out of that Astral. And Secret get gifted a kill, and also Drow gets gifted an extra life.
Ramses still looking to finish off this tier 1 up towards the top. Lusted Tower holding its own. Mid 1. Throwing up a nice little bit of Ancients for himself. There will be the movement from Solo, getting the ward down. It's not in range of the sentry, so he'll get to keep that one for the time being. Still has that one up towards the mid as well, but Secret do have eyes on that one when they head up. And Solo actually wrapping around, maybe looking to try and pincer Puppey in. They drop the ward. I don't think he realize that he will realize that he's in now with Ramses coming down. But leaving Ramses to just continue with the farm. Ramses still on the verge of potentially finding himself that free tower as well. 72 CS on both of the safe laners for each side, so all about the farm game. And it's just going to be a question of who becomes the most active first and who comes out on top when they start to fight.
With the TA farming that Ancient stack, it's TA on top of the net worth. She's at 5.2k almost, whereas Lifestealer's down back at 4.5, Drow 4.7, so TA, one of those heroes that has been a kind of forgotten pick, but when you run it and it has a good time with the Drow Aura, with the Ogre Bloodlust, it's going to have some Venge Aura too, some minus armor there. This TA is actually going to be more of a problem than the Drow Ranger in some of these fights.
Smoke up from Secret Forever, Pi and MP ready to back up Puppey. Puppey's going to be used as the bait here. We'll see if VP bite for it at the moment. Moving away from the top lane. They have 4 towards mid and Pasha down on the bottom. A little bit happy with the space that he's now got down here. Reaching on to level 7. So Secret will just reveal themselves, use MP to push down the tower, get that aura out onto the range creeps and the siege creeps.
Yeah, if you're Secret, you just want to kind of use this strong early game lane state you've had to start taking all these towers.
Absolutely.
Even when you see this Centaur level 6, you know if they stampede in, you've got the Gust to throw them back. You've got some good disengage. You've got the Earthshaker Fissure. Between Fissure, Gust, and I guess Venge when Pilot hits level 6, you've got some decent save. Ramses has the armlet though, so we'll see him look to get active, I imagine.
And there we have it. Pasha TPing up, ready for the defense. VP want to
Oh,
fight.
there's a sentry. They'll see this invis though.
Yeah, they
This
know
will not
that
work.
something fishy's going on. Secret already backing themselves the hell away. Check out an arrow. It's nicely done across the tree line, but hasn't quite got the range to make a connection onto Secret. So indeed, nice little bit of sweet warding there.
There's a
Put down
blink
just
dagger
in
on
time.
TA though, so this could be a very problematic item to try and deal with. Drops his raindrops, and mid one will be looking to find some kills. Heroes like Disruptor will just melt to this. By the time you glimpse him back, you're already dead to a meld strike and an extra right click or two. And the fissure. But it's kind of definitely signs of what's maybe to come as VP will be pressed back at this top lane. Lifesteal's not even up there right
Yeah,
now.
Ramses
He's
just continuing with the farm.
it's like, screw it, this
Yeah.
is a lost cause. But there's a smoke, so it seems like there's kind of mixed messages in the VP camp. There a couple heroes smoked, Lifestealer showing bottom, perhaps trying to be like a red herring as he shows himself pretending, oh, we're not defending this.
There's the jump though. Mid one
Oh.
eliminates
You're
Mirana.
Oh, he's keeping in.
Yeah, TP back from Ramses. He needs to join this fight. Static Storm's out. Quickly back onto mid one, bringing him into the field. He's trapped, left behind. Mid one will go down. So they'll get the TA. Secret
Nice.
losing the trade for the moment being. And looks like they are kind of still sticking around here. Maybe see if they can find something else for
think
Rev.
they
Still
realize
has
VP
the Echo Slam.
VP used everything for that
Yeah.
kill. That was the Stampede, the Glimpse, the Static Storm. Well, now that they've used that, your follow-up firepower is somewhat limited, but VP going to try and make up for their lack of ultimates and surprise Secret, but this could backfire if they're not careful.
They've got the glimpse in a second. This could guarantee them another
Yeah.
kill if Solo can find it. They're going to use the arrow for the vision, but a good Fissure from Forev means that Solo... Oh! He can't get off initially, but he still has the range to bring Forev back. The Fissure means it's
think you run.
impossible for
Yeah,
VP
yeah.
to engage, though.
They were blocked off, and Secret were ready to stand their ground and fight if they needed to. See if where TA goes on respawn. If TA comes back top, no, she's going to go middle, so wants to get some extra farm there. Perhaps rejoin the team at the top lane after farming the mid lane. Again, we see Ramses just off farming this bottom lane by himself. Doesn't he wants to fight and defend with his team, but he also wants to make sure he doesn't sacrifice his item progression to do so. So he's going to hit up the bottom lane for as long as possible, and then TP back at the last second. If anything, this tier 2's a goner.
Mid lane, very nicely done, but mid one has been stunned under the tower. TP's coming through for it, just popping the Echo Slam, looking to try and burst down Lily. It's not going to happen, and Ramsey's actually able to turn this round with that TP takes down mid one on the TA. Forev will get away with the TP out.
That was
So it looked to be nice from Secret, but the arrow from Lil coming in, allowing Ramses to turn that around again. I mean, it's a mid laner for a mid laner trade. But Ramses, of course, able to get the kill at the end. Very nice for him.
Yeah, TA considering her farm, it's maybe
Yeah.
a small win for VP, but it's still like an OD. That's not a hero you want to see dying repeatedly. Down at just 3.7k net worth. Lil, silence up, Stampede.
Surprise, surprise, MP. I've got a Lifestealer inside me. They'll lose Mirana, but Ramses does get the kill. The question is if he can get out. Looks like the TP
It's a
is
long
going to be
TP,
too
yeah.
long, really, to do anything, even if it finished. So Ramses will get away with that. So, again, Lil kind of giving his life there, but Ramses getting more money in the bank.
That
as
one's
we can
definitely
see.
worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Miranda's a hero you don't really mind too much about farm and item progression. Looks like she's even building a Midas just for some late game farm guarantees. But Centaur's Blink coming up soon. That's really the big
Blink's up
item to look out for.
Now for Forev, so he
Ooh,
kind of wins that race.
Yep.
So we'll see what you can do.
As
with
much
that.
as like at the same time, I feel like the Centaurs is kind of the scarier one with the lifesteal, because if you get that Blink on the Drow, you've got to instantly swap save Drow, otherwise she'll just melt. You can't rely on a Fissure because Lifesteal's got the rage. She's going to be magic immune, so Venge has to be ready in position for that swap save every single time.
Or Pasha could be a potential freebie here for the side of Secret. He's trying to make his way. Oh, the Blink! They didn't manage to cancel it in time. Mid one looked like it was unable to actually close the gap and get the touch in, so
Okay.
I guess just a little bit too far away, Secret. as Pasha walks it off. 4 heroes, whatever. It didn't matter.
Ramsey's down bottom, having his way with a tier 1 tower. Doesn't feel too threatened, knows there's a stampede if he gets... Well, there isn't a stampede. There's a stampede soon should he get ganked, and they're going to scan underneath, so they know no one's actually down here. It's an empty lane for now. Something that Secret seem not intent on. They may be trying to smoke for a Roshan here or a pickoff.
Oh, they'll see the Ancients being pulled out. They know someone's up on the high ground. There is no one in the neighborhood.
Can they?
And they may just go for the OD. The pings come out. Forev's going to look to try and lead in. Hits the initial Fisher. Mid one comes in with the blink. No one falling low and falling down. Astral was still on cooldown for the farming. So no way of saving himself. The question is if they can find anything more. They drop the trap onto Solo, but with the Moonlight Shadow, it's hard for them to chase. The Sentry was dropped. And of course, Solo just outside of range, so they can't afford to go in for more. Unfortunate that, again, the double sentry placement. And goodbye Solo. Actually walks in, feeling a little confident under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, but sentries were out, and now Secret into the pit. With mid one's damage, they should be able to make short work of this. VP may have a chance to contest that.
Tough for them,
it's just
but
too tough.
they'll scout it. Nicely placed arrow, but nicely also sidestepped by MP.
They have they've got Stampede, they have Ramses, they could try for something, they'll jump in, they'll eliminate the Shaker. Now surrounding Puppey, but the Roshan's already down. Mid one picks up the Aegis, Lil comes in with a nice style storm. Pasha on the high ground, getting melded down though, 2 down on VP.
Yeah, they're just too strong with this Drow, or they... It's ideally you want to try and kill the Drow at the start, but at the same time there's too many other threats. If you go all in on the Drow, then the Blink Shaker kills you. If you go all in, and then the TA kills you with her Blink, well, soon to be Desolator. So there's so many threats for VP to worry about, and they can only ever kill one with their initiation. And if Venge is there in time with a swap, suddenly that hero doesn't die, and you've killed a Venge instead, and that's a Venge with level 4 aura.
Oh, and mid one glimpses the Static Storm. He just picked up that Aegis, and they'll just as quickly lose it. MP actually nicely played it with the Hurricane Pike and the Gust. He's looking for Ramses. With the damage from mid one, they'll actually get it. Nicely done there from MP, coming in to punish the Lifestealer's aggression, and mid one will say, you can take my Aegis, so I'll take your life and I'll take your tier 2.
Disruptor barely TPs out, the Kinetic Field allowing him the space to do that, but yeah, will be possibly multiple towers, 35 seconds still before Lifestealer's back. He bought a Javelin to spend his money. Obviously not a stage of the game where you want to be buying back for any reason other than saving a Rax, and even then you're probably in a terrible position if that's the case. So he's happy to just spend his money before he dies, and Secret Want likely will be a free tier 2 mid tower for them.
This is looking a lot better for Secret here in game 2.
Yeah, this is their bread and butter Drow strat, something we saw a bit in the group stages, and I mean, we've seen on the old Secrets, often they just fall back for the Drow picks and just they play around it so well.
We have to push. Secret finishing off the last tier 2 standing for VP. And very likely to potentially maybe think about more. I guess they obviously with the Aegis gone on mid one, they may want to play a little bit safer. Just look to try and continue to punish VP anytime they come out on the map.
Yeah, take what pick. Yeah, I think it's a good call. Just take the pick off when VP leave their base. Otherwise, just farm towards the BKB on the Templar Assassin, the Mantisal or whatever it may be on MP. 4 stuff on your Shaker. Just farm towards your next level of items until or take what pickoffs VP give you when they come out. For VP, if you want to leave your base, you need to do so as a group. Use smokes, play together. They can't be getting picked off alone. The only hero that seems able to farm by himself is going to be Ramses on the Lifestealer. He's got the Rage, and also a Stampede if he needs it to get him out of there.
That Ramses going for the Basher before the Desolator. Yeah, kind of skipping that out this build.
And the lockdown helpful when if like a TA decides to hold her ground and try and fight you. Similarly, the Drow is going to often try to Hurricane Pike away, so if you get a bash, it means she's going to be disabled for that little bit longer. Definitely not your standard lifesteal build, but I mean, it's the next closest thing to the Desolator. But just mostly for fighting the TA, because TA will not run away from a fight against Lifesteal.
For Rev, the Stampede, Pasha gets in with the 2-man Tom, but nice Static Storm to follow through. TA trapped in this one. Mid one, getting the damage out, will be swapped, but he's down. They've lost 2 on Secret, maybe more as Pasha comes in with a double edge onto Puppey. There'll be a buyback from mid one, trying to get himself back in this fight. MP glints back up to the high ground. Ramses turns towards Pylai Die. They'll lose a 4th, and there's the 5th. Secret getting wiped there by VP.
What a Static Storm.
Beautifully done by Pasha
Solo,
and Solo.
Pasha, those two just paired up and dominated that fight. Oh my gosh.
And even more cautious, the fact that mid one used the buyback there. And to no avail, nothing that he could do. He couldn't get himself back in. So extra wasted money, and Secret, again, just there's going to be that swing. We saw swings like this in Game 1. And again, it's happening in Game 2, where VP just come out with these incredibly well-coordinated team fights and catch Secret off guard.
Yeah, and that's what they had to do. Just use their team fight, play as 5, and burst down someone like a TA or a Drow. If anything, at this point, TA is doing more single-target bursts than the Drow, so killing her off first is a great idea. Venge, I think Secret just weren't ready for a fight. They keep saying, like, oh, Pi's could be in position for the swap save. I don't think Pi's doing anything wrong there. It's just the team as a whole isn't ready for VP. VP are just playing kind of high risk, but they're just playing ballsy Dota. They're running at Secret when they need to. They're like, look, we're going to lose this game if we play passive. We've got to leave our base to farm. We've got to do that as 5. All right, let's go as 5. Let's go fight. Let's go make something happen. And, well, with that, suddenly that Secret lead has dissipated.
Ramsey's 1300 on top of the Basher.
Could go back for the
I was going to say, does he
Desolator.
finish off the full Abyss Lore? Do you
don't
get
know.
something instead of the Quelling Blade in your items first?
Not sure. The Deso seems like a fine option. The Abyssal also seems like a decent option. The Vanguard, the damage block, of course, against a lot of physical damage is going to help just make you tankier. As it stands, Secret, they've smoked up. I don't feel like they've been as effective with their smokes this game compared to last, but this one could find Ramses.
It's a big target.
They'll rage away.
To lock him down.
This
That's
time-
the thing. Rage and Stampede each and every time makes these pickoffs so hard for Secret to find.
And if you're VP, you just say, all right, reset. We don't fight now until we have Stampede again. I say that. OD almost gets caught out, but has a 4-stuff now thanks to these fights. It's a 4-stuff with a plate mail, so that physical damage, he's recognizing it as a threat, wants to go straight into a Shiver's Guard. I guess he could theoretically finish off the Hurricane Pike first if he wants to. The casual plate mail, a very valuable item for him.
Secret get a ward down. He's under the sentry though, so obviously VP get that flying vision, they'll be able to take it. And Puppy will be able to D-ward here. That bit of pesky vision that just made that little fight for VP earlier on, where they got the team wipe against Secret just that little bit easier. VP coming in under the smoke. One on the high ground, melded up as well.
TA's in a pretty
Look
good
at
position,
Look,
hidden in the trees.
VP know they're being incredibly careful about how they approach this high ground. Solo will have the smoke dispelled, but they'll look to jump in immediately, looking to burst down. Puppy's out. So they're a man down on the side of Secret. There's still the 4 of them. Forever might try and do something big with an Echo if he finds the opportunity. Pasha.
See they don't have the best detection right now. it
Oh,
looks like.
Pasha coming in with a crush onto MP again.
Oh.
The Static Storm. He's trapped 2 solo. Ramses with the raise. The Sanity's Eclipse comes down. Secret, they've lost 2, 3, and potentially 4 as the chase down with the Stampede as it comes back online in time. VP
fight.
once again, and solo with these Static Storms. Absolutely team
They
fight
walk
winning
into
each
it.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the kinetic field also means Drow can't use that Hurricane Pike to escape out of it. It locks him in
man,
place,
it's-
and Secret just getting destroyed in these team fights. I think Secret, they were doing so well, they just need to slow it down and farm BKBs this game. The BKBs is the answer to that Static Storm. If TA had a BKB in these fights, it would be very straightforward to Secret for them to get kills, bare minimum trade evenly. And if anything, I think they get favorable trades with a TA BKB. They're going to be kicking themselves for not just playing a bit more of a passive mid-game here against this big teamfight combo of Centaur and Disruptor.
Yeah, and one of the things that I was a little worried about happening for Secret when I looked at the draft, it seems to have been happening, I believe in that last fight as well, you know, Venge, Pi, he looks for the swap out of the Static Storm, but immediately Solo just glimpses them
Yeah.
back in, so at the end of the day, Pi's put himself in the midst of it all, and the other heroes back in there. So these fights looking harder and harder for Secret already. The swing, of course, coming into play. VP now the ones in the lead. Secret just can't afford to have these fights go as atrociously as they have with the last 2. Deso
4
is
bottom,
indeed
by the
back
way. I'm not sure if he's going for a kill.
on Ramses, and indeed
I think
Forever.
so.
I mean, he
It looks like he's like posturing for a
Cheeky
Blink
solo
Echo, but I'm
kill.
like, I don't
Yeah.
think he's going for a Blink Echo. Not against a raindrop Disruptor, but and also it's a Disruptor with backup now.
I mean, VP, they've found their flow. They're very happy to continue to take these fights. Pasha with Ramses inside him with that newly done Desolator.
He's going to be bursting heroes very quickly with these items now. Puppy trying to just cover their jungle now. Defensive warding coming out. They'll spot Pasha, but realistically, knowing where he is does not mean you can kill him. You want to play keep away. TA still not even halfway to a BKB.
Yeah, the buyback and those last few fights really setting mid one back.
It's really bad because Roche will respawn. If anything, VP might go for Roche, knowing that TA without a BKB can't easily contest Roche. They scat up 4 if you in their own jungle. That's a dire scan. Mid one, yeah. He's not going to be chased down immediately. They have to push out some of these lanes. It seems just they want the extra intel. But they are grouped up around their secret shop.
That's BKB done on no one now. So BKB plate mail, he's good to go. And you know, we've been seeing this more and more, and as you picked up on earlier, just the casual plate mail makes a world of difference in these kind of games.
As good as the last 10 minutes have gone for VP, things will change a lot with the double BKBs on Drow and TA. That's where the OD damage output gets dealt with. It's where you're not worried as much about the Static Storm and the Centaur teamfight combo. These two carries will at least be able to guarantee they dish out damage. So things could change. I say guarantee. If Centaur blinks in, stuns one of them, and the Lifestealer gets his damage out, they may actually just die before they can do damage. But it's going to be close. It depends a lot on positioning, things like the Venge stuns, the Earthshaker counter-initiate. But just having the BKB gives Secret options to take team fights.
Again, this time the scan from Secret, spotting out some of VP.
There you go.
Secret
TA has the BKB.
We'll see if they want to fight immediately with that, or if indeed they want to wait for Drows as well, which is just 300 gold around the corner.
Yeah. Very likely, unless they're like worried about VP and the Roche bit. They just...
Oh, there's an Axe done on Lil now as well, so really adding to the team fight for VP. Pasha ready to lead the way with Solo. Oh, mid one. He's going to get caught out, and he might not even get the chance to get the BKB off for the damage coming out, and he does, and he's down for 65.
They use everything, but well worth it. You know that TA doesn't have buyback. If they clicked him, they also... Well, they clicked him, they know he has no buyback because of the BKB. The buyback did come off cooldown since using it previously, but that's the Roche kill. So by killing TA there, they secure Roche. What a great Moonlight Shadow initiation. They made sure they had de-warded their side near the secret shop. They Moonlight Shadow up the hill. They find a pick-off. They're into Roche. VP just making all the right moves right now.
Absolutely devastating fight once again for Secret. Getting knocked back further and further. VP already one game up in this series and looking to have the momentum behind them to make it a 2-0 sweep. Unless Secret can seriously step up their play in these team fights. Obviously, as we've been saying, that the BKB is incredibly key for both. We didn't see the full potential, obviously, of the TA and mid ones in that last fight, as he just immediately got bursted. And MP now has his complete as well. So it's just going to be all about how much of a difference these can make in these fights.
Yeah. So Secret, unfortunately, despite having them, probably can't even look for any aggressive smoke plays. Ramses has picked up a Hyperstone now, so he's replaced that Quelling Blade, likely wanting an AC, recognizing the physical damage from these carriers. When they're going to get BKBs, they're going to be able to guarantee some damage output, but AC is the item to help make himself harder to kill, and also his teammates with that extra aura. Secret, though, they are grouped as if they want to go for a smoke. I'm curious to see if that's going to be the call, or they have something else in mind. No smoke on them as of yet. No smoke's available, I believe. They've actually chewed through all their smokes somewhat ineffectively this game, which is like last game they used smoke so well, despite being a lost game.
Pasha with a huge initiation jumping in from a mile off, eliminates MP. Everyone's going to try and come in on this, see if he can take down Pasha, but the glimpse back. Solo says nope.
A plate
not
mail
chasing
is
this.
enough. Without plate mail, he may have actually died there, but everyone on the VP side is itemizing to counter the secret draft. And if they get enough armor items...
Dude,
like
with the Assault Crash nearly, when that is done.
They'll help AC. Centaur's going to have a Shivers, I imagine. They could even just get a casual Vlads on someone like a Disruptor if they really want. And then suddenly the damage output is going to be mitigated.
Mid one. Eyes on Ramses.
Cheeky spot.
Ramses does have backup, though, as we can see, quite massively so as well. No one actually going to get stunned. They're going to look to try and burst it with the physical damage. Can they do it? No one's still alive. He goes down.
That's just an Aegis.
It's got allowing to. The Static Storm's out. They want to get the BKB off in time. Looking for Ramses. Ramses with the Infested. Dodge some of the damage. Can he get himself out? Indeed, gets out under the cover of Moonlight Shadow.
Wow.
Oh, they keep Ramses alive. Secret just can't find the kills in these fights.
Yeah, ideally they wanted to go on the Lifestealer. He was the one with no Aegis, but OD was the one hitting the building there. So I think Ramses realized, like, wait a second, I can't hit this building. I might actually die to a TA plus Blink Echo Slam. And he backed off at the right time because TA instantly blows up the OD.
And just look at the last sequence of events. The last time what Secret got a kill, when was it? It was
18, 19 minutes in or something.
Nearly half a game ago. Ever since that, it really has been all in VP's ballpark.
Yep.
VP just looking to get stronger and stronger as this game goes on. The lead's being created. And Secret, they need that big fight. They need that big kind of multi-man Echo Slam. And at the moment, they just haven't been able to find it. We're yet to really see kind of a big echo from Pharrell.
Yeah, they'll have a smoke up in the next 55 seconds. So I feel like the big thing is finding success with your next smoke rotation and also buying a gem. Just having that gem for the Moonlight Shadow, has that spell has honestly gotten VP just back into this game, is winning them this game at this point. And Secret have to address that with a gem pickup. As it stands, Secret just trying to keep these lanes pushed out. They know there's no more Aegis, but they're also probably afraid of that Lifestealer initiation. Lil, as a support, has farmed up an Aghanim Scepter, so it's no longer just a core OD and Lifestealer. It's a Mirana with a lot of farm. Sentinel's, I wonder if Centaur even goes for the Shivers. I feel Ag Scepter is amazing this game. When they BKB, you pop that Ags and they're not doing any damage. May just be a casual plate mail into Ag Scepter if he wants, but again, Shivers is also amazing this game because of the amount of physical damage coming out. Plenty of options here. VP just need a few more items. Every item they're getting is just helping reduce that Secret DPS in a team fight.
Secret need something, and they need it soon.
They brought out the smoke. We'll see how soon they look to use it. Puppy's holding on to it, so he's, of course, the captain calling these shots. Perhaps wants to wait for, like, around the next Roche respawn, so it may be a few minutes before they go for it. They're not that close to any amazing items by any means. Like a 4-staff on Earthshaker is, I mean, it's like one of the items they're closest to. Again, not a game changer. So we'll see if they are going to go now, though. They want to rectify the damage. They want to kill.
There we have it. Secret ready on the offensive. VP, are they ready for this? Oh, no one. He's been caught out on the side. Immediately taken down. 65 seconds out for the OD. Good way for Secret to start the fight. They do want to try and get more Indeed.
Oh, they did have a sentry down deep in that lane, so they did have the detection there, but they won't get a follow-up kill. Just an OD, they won't. Oh, they may force high ground. If anything, you want to force high ground just to try and get that buyback out, but you have to be so careful. Centaur's going to jump you. Off to the right side is Pasha. He's looking for that initiation. And
he might just find it. Already moving around. You've got mid one, jumps in, takes out the Disruptor though. The damage from this TA, absolutely huge. Pasha, what's his plan here? He's got Ramses inside him, but Secret, they're taking the tier 3. There's the jump in. Immediately the BKB from MP, forcing back the Centaur. Barev comes in with the jump, locks the Centaur down, pops the Echo. It does minimal damage there with the Rage already out. Lil trying to back off, gets the blink out in time. They'll keep Pasha alive. So they actually get the kill on Pi. They don't lose anything more, and they keep the melee racks alive. So for VP, the defense works out.
Works out. It's costly. I mean, for Secret, that's the win they're looking for, though. Secret force the buyback. They only lose Pi. The initiation goes on the Drow TA as you'd expect, and then Pi is there with the save. So, well executed high ground push by Secret. They don't get a Rax, but they force the buyback. But problem is now, they did that because they had a smoke. What do they do now for the next 8.5 minutes without a smoke? If anything, it's going to be VP securing the next Roshan during that 8 minutes. They're going to be the ones dictating play. VP themselves, I'm wondering if they haven't... Yeah, they have at least one smoke to play with on the Disruptor. So this game gets a lot more difficult for Secret when they don't have smoke. Secret's biggest issue is initiation right now. It's hard to really call Earthshaker initiator because he wants to wait to like come into the fight later with that Blink Echo Slam. If he has to initiate, he's putting himself in a really dangerous position to die in a fight. Normally you see 4Ev playing like the Axes, the Slaughters, the Tides, the heroes that don't mind blinking into the front lines, but Earthshaker is not a frontline hero.
Roshan, of course, maybe just the aim of the game again for the both teams, really. We'll see when it's back up in a minute. And DD Rune actually sitting bottom as well for whoever wants to be the lucky. Siva and Lil working towards E-Blade at this stage. Ramses on top of the AC, starting to build that gold up. And Lotus Orb, indeed, for the Centaur. Anything in particular that this is being picked up for? I mean, remove the Gust Silence or other things that you feel are pretty crucial?
What? If you Lotus Orb Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know what I was trying to say. If you low swap, I guess you can't stop the swap save. I was thinking like, is he trying to stop a swap save?
No,
But he's
you
swapping
can
a
stop
teammate, so there's nothing
offensive
to
swaps,
stop.
yeah.
You can't swap stop the defensive one, of course.
Oh, here
Go
we
crazy
go.
there.
They've got a sentry down. Secret, they will have the vision as it comes up to the high ground. Pasha still gets the jump in. Static Storm only going to catch out Puppy. Mid one pots the BKB, trying to fight against Ramses. Jumps back as well, looking for the easier kill onto Pasha. Vareb comes in with the Echo, holding Lil in place. Lil ready to back up. Ramses will be able to take down the Venge on the back lines, but Mid one, the damage he's doing at this stage, it just seems to be too much with the help of MP. Solo's down as well. Ramses, he needs to run, he needs to hide. He's trying to get himself out, and no one will be successful with the TP, but Ramses will not. Ramses is gone. 70
too much
seconds
damage.
out. They get the good Fisher onto Lil. Can they actually catch him though for Rev? Blink's still on cooldown for 5 seconds. The Ramses is out, and he did go full in on that AC purchase, so no buyback for 60 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll see if Secret are able to abuse this. They've still got the Drow, the TA, those pushing heavy damage heroes alive. And VP might have trouble to defend, but Secret seeming to be a little bit timid at the moment.
He still just melts, even with the AC. This life still can't fight. The low sword pickup seems odd. It seems just for the gust, I guess. There's not a whole lot of things that you're blocking, and you can get off some annoying things like Ignite, but it's not going to be a team fight game changer necessarily. And Secret likely to get a Rax here. They know Lifesteal is still down. They did probably see the AC pickup and maybe are questioning whether he has buyback or not. So this defense is going to be a tough one. Lil has transitioned nicely into a core now, has enough money for the Ethereal Blade. Won't buy it for now while he needs a buyback.
Let's see if Secret can do this. The damage will be there if Mid1 gets his hands on the racks, and already just MP from the back lines chipping into it, but they're being so
they bought
cautious
time,
about
yeah.
this Secret.
They're worried about
Yeah.
the Lifesteal is soon to be respawned, and Rana will complete the E-Blade now that they see Secret retreat, and with Roche respawning soon, that's going to be the focus for both these two teams.
Yeah. Both teams knowing it, losing a fight around this point, leaving Roshan free for the opponents to take, could be pretty costly in terms of base defense.
Now that VP side still just having an issue dealing with all that physical damage output. Like, seeing how fast that Lifesteal died last fight. The TA Daedalus with the minus armor from Meld, the minus armor from the Venge, the Bloodlust. Everything about beefing up these carries. It's just where I'd love to see an Aghanim Scepter on Centaur to block some of that damage output. But not the case for now. VP, they're going to D-ward around that Roche pit, make sure that that vision is being denied.
Roshan up now, less than a minute. Silver Edge picked up by MP. Make it that little bit easier to bring down Pasha in these fights if he gets the touch onto it. And Secret ready to maybe try and find something here. MP. Silver Edge ring across, but at the same time, it's a Moonlight from VP that's going to look to get a wraparound, get this control around the pit.
They're going into the pit, though. The TA trap, yeah, it's there. They're waiting. They know Roche is about to respawn. It's like a max duration respawn, so has to be respawning any second. Problem is they saw the trap, but... Well, I think they saw the trap. They bought a gem. Are they not holding it? Centaur? It's on the courier still, so they won't see it just quite yet.
Lane. Secret now ready to go in. Onto the racks. Fortification comes
arrow
out. They'll
hits.
get the arrow. Solo dropping the Static Storm. The TA still has that BKB with force back. Secret are going to be okay, but they didn't manage to finish off the racks.
Smart from mid one not to panic and pop his BKB. A lot of players are going to like see that Static Storm and then be like, oh, I got a BKB, get out of the silence. He just walked out. No problem. Could be enough to get him a Roshan if VP don't immediately run that way, and they're running that way without a Stampede.
Hey, look how quick Roshan goes down. It just absolutely melts. Mid one takes the Aegis. Cheese into the hands of MP. And Secret are very much ready to take a fight against VP now.
Yep.
If VP come at them.
Likely see them force the high ground. The Aegis and the TA means you can just have TA on that Rax. May just be a mid lane that you have to give up at this point if you're in VP shoes. Position off to the side. Killing Drow before she can go for Cheese would be one big way to take a fight, but that's easier said than done.
And things certainly start to get a lot harder for VP. You can see the lead that they have slowly starting to trickle away as Secret has just been able to catch up in terms of farm, getting these big items online and finding those key pickoffs. And it's getting to the point where VP's racks could be greatly endangered just by the strength and pushing power of Secret's lineup and the damage that they can do once they get their hands on it.
We'll find out. They'll be tested now. TA's on the high ground.
Jump in, immediately look at the solo. One more touch, he can't quite get it. Moonlight Shadow protecting him. A good 3-man stun coming in. They're looking to burst the map. Polar down the sanity. The Eclipse comes out. It rips Secret's stretch, but Midborn gets the BKB off. He's ready to
He
look
got
to
the
try and
cheese off
turn.
too.
He's just looking to get the melee racks, who juke the arrow out.
Oh, this is bad. This is so bad for Secret. They have no escape.
Pasha's got the blink, the stun. TA down once.
Should be twice.
Yeah, they should be able to do
They've
this
got
again.
glimpse.
Oh,
he's going in
Midborn,
aggressive.
He's looking to try and start on them. He'll take down one, but the damage is too much as the bashes come through from Ramses. And again, Secret just unable to finish these racks in the mid lane. VP hold the defense, and this time, one of the most costly advances from Secret as they lose 4. They had the Aegis, they had the cheese, but it just wasn't good enough.
I think VP have recognized, like, let's just kill everyone else. Like, the TA is Aegis, the Drow, she's got the cheese. They tried to kill the Drow, okay, to be fair. They do go on the Drow knowing that if they can burst her down during the stun, she's not going to be able to use the cheese and they win the fight. But the Venge was there, ready to get the save off. Drow pops the cheese, but by then, 3 heroes already dead. The Shaker just immediately melted, couldn't get an ulti off. Ogre and Venge go down, and then you take out some of the auras, and the fight gets a whole lot more winnable when the TA is kind of on her own in the front lines. And VP with a fantastic initiation suddenly find themselves kind of with momentum back in their favor. They're going to be coming out on Mirana, so we're seeing this. I mean, at this point it's feeling more like a mid Mirana than a mid OD, but I don't think no one has any problem with that as long as they get the win.
I mean, what is the problem for Secret with these pushes? How do they change this?
It's
We've seen
really-
them try like 3 times, and
They have no
each
catch.
and every time they
It's-
just can't do it.
It's really hard to fight without catch. Like, you're letting VP, every single fight, VP should be getting the initiation just because of the heroes, the lineup they have. Every single fight is starting with a Blink Centaur stun and with an Infest Bomb. And that's just the nature of the way these drafts work. Secret, the only way they can get an initiation is like through smoking up, or if they want to start a fight with a Blink Echo on one hero. Because there'll be like one hero in the front lines that 4 could theoretically solo Echo, which may just have to be like a new approach to these fights. Say, look, we're not getting Echo off anyways. Let's just try a different approach. Blink Echo to start a fight, and TA jumps in to follow it up. Try and kill someone like a OD or a Centaur. Like, you can kill OD before a BKB with a Blink Echo into Fissure, for example, but it's still an unreliable, very high-risk way to take fights, and the nature of these drafts is that Secret just can't easily kill VP's heroes because of the just lack of good, clean initiation.
And at this stage as well, you know, BKB cooldowns are getting low. Mid one's down to 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's
7 seconds are still on the Drow.
that's the other problem with buying these BKBs early. The Secret had
7
this
seconds
window
on
where they were
power.
winning fights, and then that
OD,
quickly changes when these BKBs get shorter.
Yeah. Well, they're going to try again by the looks of it, Secret. Still got a little bit of time left on a DD rune. See what the game plan's going to be. Secret.
They'll just scouting with an arrow, and we'll see a dead Centaur carcass. It's like, let's just stay in our base. Very hard for Earthshaker to, like, once the fight started and there's a Static Swarm down, Earthshaker can't just be blinking in 2, because you're not going to get the Echo off it.
VP coming out. Pasha leading the way. Smoke Dispersal will go for the blind stun. Is it going to catch anyone? Ramsey jumps out. Looking for Pylon Eye first. The jump in. The swap. The sanity is from no one. He's taken down Pi. He'll turn his attention towards TA. Mid one. Can he get the damage out? No, the bashes are there. Ramses controls the TA. Puppy, he's going to go down as well. 3 dead on Secret. They've only lost the Disruptor on the side of VP. They'll look for the arrow. He's going to find it. It clips him on the side of the hitbox, so they'll jump in, nuke down MP as well, and once again, VP finding 4, only losing 1.
Lil's just been phenomenal this game. The amount of farm he's managed to pick up, arrows like that, the damage he's doing in these team fights as well. He did more damage than any of his teammates that game. He did more damage than the Lifesteal did the least of the 3 cores. The OD doing the second most, 3.5k coming out of that Mirana. He is owning. And VP going to have a Hex soon on the OD, I imagine.
Yeah, and now with this, VP, they're the ones that are going to look to try and do some damage against Secret Space.
Drow has no buyback. She
Yeah.
committed to an Eagle Song. It's not even like a completed tier 4 item. It's not a butterfly. It's just the casual Eagle Song. And TA luckily just has enough with the Moonshard purchase to still buy back, but they're about to be tested.
TA buyback might be enough. You know, VP immediately scattering.
I mean, they're at the stage where one Rax isn't going to win you the game, so no need to like risk dying by hitting the Rax. They may try and re-engage, but like, it looks like they are lingering around. And there we go. It's the Moonlight Shadow again.
Oh, VP.
Oh, TA, if they get mid one here at the bottom
Ready to
lane.
go. Ready to rock and roll. Solo with the Static
They see
Storm.
mid one.
Let's see what they can find to kick this off. Solo. tie this up. Pasha jumps in, won't get the stun. Good reaction there as Secret get themselves out. Pasha will be forced away.
That was so dicey for Secret. They got out. They barely got out there. It's one of those things where VP, they weren't really risking too much there. They had the clean escape. They had the 4 staffs and all that. Puppy, oh, not Puppy, sorry, Forever with a gem. Able to spot them in the Moonlight Shadow and make sure they don't get picked off there. Secret immediately go into a smoke, but this is a smoke that I believe was scattered by the Observer Ward.
They had an Observer. And
yeah,
Secret
they
just
immediately
revealed
came out to hit
Ward.
the Observer Ward, so.
So I think one of them was on the edge of the vision anyway, so they're like, whatever, it would have seen us.
Secret smoke usage this game has just been lackluster, which
Not as
is-
effective as VP's for sure.
It's such a big thing in these games.
But maybe this surprise wham bam down the mid lane could
There's a glyph.
finally get those racks.
No Stampede, no Sands Eclipse. Oh,
Yep.
well, 10 seconds till you've got those ultimates, so not really a
You
problem.
got to do it quick, and they will do it. There's a fortification though for VP.
Yep, they'll use it. There's the Infest, Centaur ready to go.
And there's the jump in immediately. Oh my goodness, we didn't even get time to see that. Forev's out. In the middle of it all. Again, these bashes from Ramses just making life so hard for mid one. There'll be a buyback from Forev. But the Sanities just destroys Secret. No one nuking them down. 3 dead.
That's at least
No
a racks,
buybacks on these heroes.
possibly multiple racks, possibly the GG. We'll see VP go right down that mid lane.
These Sanities Eclipse, they're just doing so much
Yeah.
damage. The intel difference between No One and Secret's players must be absolutely huge.
And the other thing, I mean, we go back to the, I talked a bit about the basher before the death and all that. Having the lockdown through the BKBs, mid one's just getting bashed up. He's not doing the damage he'd like during the BKB, and the BKB is such a short duration now. VP are just out team fighting Secret. I mean, they're at that point where their
No
draft should be
mid-one.
stronger in the team fight, but
See how much they can get done, VP, with no TA in the mix. VP ready to push in and try and get some serious damage done. There is still a tier 2 standing top for Secret, so obviously can't be megaed. But at the least, you'd expect them to lose this mid set of racks. Fortification's already been used as well. So the mid rack's free for the taking for VP.
should be bottom racks as well. At least I imagine they'll go for the bottom racks and see how Secret react. They'll load us off the gas. 28 seconds with no TA, and they know that. TA is the majority of the damage up in the fight. Drow just doesn't have the
Could
items to be
Secret
a
just do
threat.
anything to stop this without the TA?
They can go for a big Blink Echo, but it doesn't look like Forev wants to risk it.
Their best to
And there's just
slow
not
it
enough
down.
creeps to get damage out of it, too.
Okay, so
Oh, back
they
off.
they keep
Antsy.
at least
All right.
the bottom lip racks alive as well as the top, of course. So
The
just
fissure
losing
spam,
mid.
the gust spam, just delaying
Yeah.
it enough that VP decide to play it safe. And I think VP, if you're in their shoes, you're thinking, we may as well wait our ultimates. We're winning every team fight. Secret's not really achieving much. Why risk going for us? If they get that second lane of racks but like all die, then suddenly they're in a position where they could lose the game. If they have to buy back, they die again. So they want to play as conservatively as possible. This is elimination at stake here in the Boston Major Qualifiers.
Mid one, of course, for the Immunity Shards. In terms of gold for buyback, 700, but in terms of time, that's the bigger one. And we'll look at the overall kind of overarching image. It's Shaker and indeed still TA, still with the buybacks on cooldown for a few minutes. And Pasha, of course, scouting out Roche. Now let's get that under the belt. VP, Abyssal Blade now done for Ramses. I mean, we saw how much the bash on its own was causing issues for mid one's TA. Now having the Abyssal, they'll be able to lock him down, take him down pretty quickly in these fights. It's going to be absolutely down to like massive swaps from Pylai Die to ensure that they can't get that lockdown onto mid one.
Here comes Pasha again. They scatter. They will see the Observer Ward, it looks like. They have the kinetic field. They know there's a ward there, so it looks like they're just going to back off and say, we've got nothing to de-water this second. We're in a dangerous spot. Let's back off. Roche respawn again. It's that max Roche respawn, which, if anything, at this stage favors VP, who didn't want to move out of their base. Pasha will de-ward. He's still got the Life Stealer inside infested there.
And he's
Signaling to push
nearly
out.
got the axe as well. I mean, do you think he saves for buyback Pasha, or does he just get the axe when it's ready? Is it that good? It would guarantee you a one-team fight, pretty much. Sure.
Ooh, it's one of those times which is that good, but it's
There's no
it's
need
also
to rush
like
it
you're
and
still
go
just
in.
so much pressure. You may just say, look, let's keep buyback. I think if you're the captain, you say just keep buyback, even though it is that good of an upgrade. You've got buyback everywhere as far as VP are concerned. The Mirana has a Dagon 5 with buyback. It's only Solo and the Disruptor who doesn't, but he's bought a Ghost Scepter, so there's no Diffusal Blade. So just a Ghost Scepter alone means he's not dying to a TA or Drow Ranger. This is like the most value item to have as a 4K net worth support at 50 minutes.
Because all BKBs now at this time in the game are down to 5 seconds.
And there we go.
Roshan will
Roche is
respawn. Pasha, we'll spot it out this time. We saw how quickly Secret can take it. VP, I guess, as well, to be fair, with the damage that Ramses has, they can also make short work of this one. The question is if they feel confident for going it. Secret at the moment are up top.
Looked like they were trying to deward the area. Centaur was just checking the cliffs to see if there were any wards or anything, and they're in the pit. With an Aegis, Centaur could theoretically pick up the Ags, but he also he wants to keep the gem, so it's a bit slot limited.
Well, so Ramses, I guess, might drop the Echo, pick up an Aegis. They've got to be quick. Oh, forever.
Too late.
Indeed. And yeah, no one with the Aegis.
Drops his. Oh, he drops his credit. He has travels. Okay, there we go. That makes total sense. Yeah, Lil at this point is a carry.
Yeah, no one's finished off the Hex as well. This is incredibly scary for Secret.
I think at this point it's looking like almost the nail in the coffin. Secret have perhaps one team fight left and then one lost team fight. They should be done for. TA is probably considering stuff like a rapier at this point.
You need big items. You really do. I mean, mid one, of course. Buyback, backup cooldown in 30 seconds, so that kind of stretch of the woods over for Secret. But not to necessarily say it gets any easier for them against VP's lineup with the power that Versus Pro amounted to at this point of the game.
I think it's rapier time. Drow, I guess, get your butterfly. TA, get your rapier. Hope for the best. It really does feel like that way, because hope for the best. It seems like there's a lot in VP's hands. They will complete the Acceptor, so Centaur decides...
All in.
No need for the bite. They've got Aegis cheese now, so it's like... But they added an extra, at least one extra life, maybe even a couple if the cheese gets used well. And we'll see how they look to approach this. The tier 2 tower top is still somewhat a problem as far as getting mega creeps goes. What is TA going to buy? Doesn't have the money for the rapier. And is close, but not that close.
And I guess if you're going down the rapier route, you don't care about buyback, do you?
No, not at all. You eat your moonshot,
if
you buy
that's the
the
route
rapier.
you want to take. Oh, Lil, he's on his own, and well, will he get out of this? He does have the cheese. He cheeses, leaps out with the moonlight. Well, they got detection. Yeah, they got a sentry down, so they will find this kill. Lil giving away a bit of a freebie as MP able to end the godlike streak.
Mistakes kicking in. VP, you're not past the finish line yet. Should be a tier 2. Oh, I guess you still commit for this tier 2. You do it safely. OD just chipping away. You know they committed the Blink Echo. And that's where I feel like they should have been using the Blink Echo just to get solo kills all game long. Like, even teamfight. Start with a Blink Echo. They have no other good initiation tool. Yeah, Echo's that big, scary teamfight spell, but we haven't seen a single teamfight Echo. So, very much a game where Forest should have just been using the Blink Echo to be a setup stun. Because Venge doesn't want to start a fight with Swap. You've got to save the Swap as a defensive tool. I can't believe they're actually just going to go high ground. They're like, screw it, we don't need Lil. What's he do?
Just onto the OD. Damage comes through from mid one. One meld strike. Doing serious damage.
Nah, realistically, pushing high ground without Lil seems one of the more foolish things VP could do right now. They do have a buyback available with the travels, but
I mean, they may feel safe with the Ag Stampede.
Yeah. They are very safe.
They know they've got that free get out of jail card. Mid one jumping in. I want to know on a quick hex to hold back TA.
The Lotus onto the Nakes. He'll get forced back. So they've got so much save. The Stampede, the Force Staffs, the Lotus Orb, Astral. Everything about this. He even open wounds a creep for no one to heal off of. What a team player, Ramses.
8 seconds and Lil's going to be back in the fray with the bots. So.
TA does have rapier money now. And the courier is leaving the base to also, I believe, buy the butterfly. That courier's going to the Dire Shop. Mission? He's going to the Dire Shop to buy a rapier and probably the butterfly.
Oh boy! Now, will any of the visions see this? They do have the Obs Ward here. This no, actually, that's not going to clip it. It's not going to clip it. But this courier needs to get the hell back to base. Rapier. Oh, there's no rapier.
Oh no.
Oh.
I guess he's going buyback approach.
Boo! Get out of here.
Not going for the Hail Mary.
Opting for the buyback. Opting for the safer route. But
yeah, he gets blown up very easily with the Hex on OD now, but it's just feeling that desperate. I mean, they haven't come close to winning a team fight in some time. They are stalling well for the Aegis. 1 minute left.
25k lead at the moment for VP.
Yeah. But VP will reset a bit. Look for some wards to take out. Another close, tense game between these two teams.
Yeah, some great games today. Definitely the best day of games. I guess that's expected coming into the playoffs, of course.
Hey, BO3s just have a different
Yeah.
feel to BO1s. Like it's
It's
hard
less
to.
clout.
You're playing 9 BO1s in a round robin. It's like it's hard to measure the value of just one BO1 win. Like a loss
it.
doesn't necessarily mean much, but a BO3, every series has such a clear meaning. This is elimination. The previous series is to get you into the finals, and then the next series tomorrow is to get you into the actual major itself.
Mid one. Feeling a little confident pushing out these lanes on his own. I mean, VP grouped up down towards the bottom. Lifestealer into the scent, ready to go. The Aegis is now gone, though, of course. So still 3 minutes until we'll see the timing. And Secret playing very careful. Keeping themselves out of being picked off at all outside the base. Lil, even though died down here, feeling confident enough to come back down again.
He's 26k net worth. Lil just needs to make sure he doesn't get picked up. Those pickoffs are the things you just have to cut out of the game at this stage for VP, and they even managed to farm a buyback on Disruptor now. They don't have the Centaur still, so Pasha is actually, he's hitting up some neutrals, probably telling his team, like, I actually don't have buyback. Not that it's the biggest deal in the world, but it could be. I won't get picked off, but you never know what's going to happen in a team fight.
They're ready to leave the base.
What's TA going to do item-wise is still a big question. 7.6k now. Doesn't need like an MKB or for any kind of evasion or anything. There's just not many other like major item upgrades out there.
Actually getting the arrow, Papai.
Oh, not
There with the
again.
swap. Lil maybe getting a bit too greedy, a bit too overzealous. Looking for these kills, getting the stampede. Damage reduction helping him out a little bit, but it's not enough. Lil. Oh, he saw that he hit an arrow. He went for it.
Deja vu.
I mean, Lil has got to kind of just calm it down a little bit.
Yeah. His team just... This is where like you're dead for 90 seconds. You just need to chill out. Focus on the game plan. Those kind of plays are not going to win you the game. They're more likely than not going to be something that gets punished, and Lil just needs to settle. VP still with the lead. Those are just kills that they just have to avoid having happen. But I think at the same time, like, there's no MKB on VP. If anything, TA should just buy a butterfly. Like, if you're not willing to risk the rapier, eat the moonshot, get a butterfly. Butterfly gives you plenty of attack speed and
The
energy.
rapier. Come on, come on.
Yeah, get the rapier.
Yeah, no
Lucky,
shopping. He just likes to save his gold.
Satanic. He's got money for butterfly and buyback, so if anything, this is just indecision. Mid one's probably like has no idea what he wants to buy, because there's the rapier option, there's the butterfly option, there's the AC option. Otherwise, there's what, like a Bloodthorn, which is like not amazing at this point, I don't think.
I mean, of course, whilst this is all going on, MP, a few hundred gold, and he can pick up the Satanic. Still have buyback, so he's holding on for that one on the drow.
He's got the recipe, so he's just waiting for that. I mean, it's a much more obvious choices as far as Drow's itemization goes. It's harder for a TA, but actually,
MKB's now on the
speaking of
device,
MKB, he's got it. So at this point, the TA butterfly, and that's maybe what mid one was waiting for. He's waiting to see if they buy MKBs, because if they don't buy MKBs, butterfly amazing. If they buy MKBs, the butterfly is kind of a waste. And that's why you just want the rapier. Let's go mid one. Buy a rapier, for Christ's sake.
He's going to upgrade to the bots. If he is going to go the rapier route still now, he just needs an extra 1k gold to be safe.
Could get the bots too as well, just for the utility of being able to TP on teammates when they're out ganking.
Oh, Roshan's back up. So this is going to be the question. If Secret can get themselves out there in time, good timing as well for Secret. They're going to go immediately for the smoke and head off in that direction.
And he can buy back and upgrade his travels to the level 2 to TP back into the fight on a teammate. So there's a nice little thing that mid one can do in this fight. But look at the net worth. It's really just 2 carries on Secret against like 4 farm carries of VP. Centaur not so much a carry.
At the same time, VP moonlighting.
Did that dire scan see anyone? Did you? I didn't notice.
I don't think it did.
Looks like they're unaware.
Secret with the wrap back around. But it's going to be VP coming in for the high. But actually sneak into Roche. Oh, sneaky.
They've seen Mirana.
Oh, Lil! Not Lil again! Poor old Lil!
Stampede, maybe enough.
Oh, they've finished Roche, they've taken it. Ramses will jump in with the help of Pasha. They've got the static storm out, so they have taken down 2. Can they get themselves anything more? Mid one, ready to turn, trying to get the damage out onto no one, but no one puts the B, giving the sanities, blows up the ogre. The bashes come in, mid one's being controlled. Can he finish the OD? Oh, for F with the echo, they've taken down OD, but the Aegis is gone. Mid one's still got 3 heroes to deal with when he's back. How well can he do it? The stomp timing is there, and the TA to fall. VP still find the fight. But Secret do have buybacks. They do have those buybacks. Get
They'll-
that, dude. He needs to, look. He's got enough for buyback and rapier. Get that curry out there and get a rapier picked up, and he's doing
It's
it. I
only
think.
going now. It's
going now.
Indecision, maybe costing Secret a
Here
bit
we
here.
go, boys.
The buybacks could delay VP's push. Yeah,
Buckle
you see
in.
3 buybacks. Play for the win. Tia even has an item slot because she made room for the Aegis, so there is an item slot. Rapier is the only way I see them
got
winning
to
this
do
game.
it.
There is no
He's
other
got
choice.
to do it.
The prize is mine.
Come on, mid one. You got to. If you're gonna miss out on the major, do so when you play.
Do it in style.
Yeah, do it in style
Ah,
and do it
no,
with a
no.
big play. No.
What a tease! I mean, he sends it out there. It's like, oh.
Wonder if it's even up to him. I wonder if it's one of his teammates, like Pi or Puppy, one of the veterans, is like, "Don't do it."
Yeah, maybe he's sending it out, and Puppy's like, no, back to base with that. Oh no, he's doing it in person. He's worried about the curry getting sniped.
That's actually probably a
That
smarter
could be
call.
it.
It's got to be. There's
Come
no
on,
other item.
it's gotta be.
There's no
He's
other
just
item. Mid
standing
one.
there. He's opened the shop.
Player perspective.
Oh,
Where is it?
pla-
No, go back. Oh.
Oh.
What other item wins you this game as a TA? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but I think Rapier is. It's the light.
Maybe his buy rapier button is broken.
He's replaced it. Like he's replaced Rapier for as a no longer an item on his Dota 2 config. He's lost too many games with it. He hears Mushi's voice at the back of his head. You threw that game with that Rapier. Never again.
He's heading over.
Yeah.
This is it.
Come on.
This is it. Oh!
It took his time.
He took his time.
He's finally figured it out.
Oh. There we have it. Mid one with the rapier that we've all been waiting for. The question is it going to really be enough?
It's still.
Buybacks
I mean, there's
obviously on the decks for the team.
hexes, acceptors. Like there's
it's
so
hard.
many tools to deal with him, even with a rapier. It just means those 2 right clicks he gets off may be enough to kill a hero. When before it really, you're not going to kill like a lifestealer or an OD with a couple right clicks. With a rapier, you've got a chance.
It's all eyes on mid one at the moment. And he's 795 right click, and that's
Yeah,
before you factor in the daedalus crits.
He's got Bloodlust Aura. He's got all
Oh
kinds of
boy.
buffs.
Moonlight though, VP very much ready to try and make a jump as Secret come forward, but Secret playing it careful,
Yeah,
playing it back.
they know if Venge is always going to try to be ready with that swap to save mid one if he's getting blinked on by the Centaur.
Illusion.
They've got to get that glimpse back to pull him back in. But even that glimpse is unreliable. That's where mid one will be able to pop a BKB if he needs to. Rapier no longer a surprise, but VP, of course, something they likely would have expected. Not something they can't beat. Like, it's still VP. They've got all the tools to beat a TA, rapier or no rapier. OD on the front lines. He's a beefcake with the Octarine core. Very hard to bring down. Doesn't have the mobility of a blink to kind of synergize with the hex, but he's much more a tank on the front lines.
Who is going to make the first move? VP on the low ground. Chucks it out. Oh, Pi with a great swap. No one fully. Nobody gets forced down the astral.
Lotus ult
We'll
too.
keep him alive. Pi pays with his life, but no one's low on life. He
That
has
was
to get
such a good
himself
attempt.
back, but they are down a Pi die for a full minute. He tried for a big play, it didn't pay off. The nukes for Ev. Yours himself at mid one with the damage. Look at this damage. That was a Centaur. I'm not even joking. Down for 90 seconds. They'll turn towards Ramses. The rapier is doing it. Gets the infest off.
Infests into a creep. Run, little creep. He's not going to move it. He's going to leave it there so he can escape. They're pinging it. He's like,
secret.
he's in net.
Oh, here we go. Rapier, boys and girls. It's doing it for Secret. One with the double kill, they're not done. Solo's in the tree line. They found him out. Mid one wants to move in for the glory. He can't quite
They've got
make
no
it.
gem. No gem,
Oh,
no detection.
Okay.
Whoopsie daisy. They'll still lock
Oh.
him down. They
Oh, he's so
still
low.
should get the kill.
No. Oh.
Why'd you move? He just has to say. He just has to say.
Ah.
Solo's like, crap, why do I have auto attack on?
Oh, now he's dead.
There's a gem, puppy. Pick it up. Take the gem. Well then. We've got a game.
Yeah, we have certainly
Let's
got a
get
game.
another rapier. Replace that Desolator. 2 rapier. Honestly, I think.
Is
I
that the
think it's-
value? Is 2 Desos better than sorry, 2 replace the Deso. Yes,
Yeah, replace
yes,
the Deso
sorry.
with another
Yeah,
rapier.
not the Daedalus,
It's,
yeah.
it's more damage than
Yeah.
at this point, I want to say.
Ah,
So minus
I-
armor. Yeah, minus 7 armor shouldn't.
Look who they found. Goodbye.
Yeah, these pickoffs have just added up at this point. I mean, that fight at bottom was just unfortunate for Secret they don't kill the OD initially. I like that they finally changed their approach to team fights where it's like, let's use swap aggressively. Yeah, let's use Echo Slam at the start of a fight. They went for the aggressive swap. They didn't have the defensive one available, but they caught VP by surprise, and I think they need to do more of that. They're just playing too predictably when they're just saving the swap for the defensive tool every fight. If they're threatening to use an aggressive swap, VP have to change the way they play this game, and that really threw them off a bit there.
Yeah. At this stage of the game, I want to look at the graph, and well, it's not really swung back round, but it's leveled off. They've managed to plateau at it. Still quite a significant 25k lead for VP, but that last fight's got to be scary for a team to be able to fight like that when you are 25k behind. That's terrifying.
Yeah. And you look at like the value you're getting out of some of these low net worth heroes, like Ogre's keeping everyone bloodlusters. Yeah, he's 5k net worth, but he's all about the spells. Venge, same thing. The aura, the swap save.
Again, this kind of Fisher into Yule setup beautifully allows the rest of the team to come in. He's holding him in place here. They need the vision. They've got it. Pasha caught out alone in the tree line. Stampede already used. It's not enough to get him out. And another kill for Secret, and that's just sent gone.
We're finally seeing...
He's out of money. He's out of bank. He can't get himself back in for 80 seconds.
The game-changing moment was when 4F decided, I'm just going to use Echo Slam as a stun. I'm done using it as a damage spell. I'm just using it for a stun.
He was
and
looking
that
for that highlight
the
play,
game.
but...
Yeah. That's 2 fights in a row where he's just used his stun. I guess the previous one, they didn't actually kill the OD, but it put OD low so he couldn't fight. That one time there, without the Echo Slam, they don't get that kill. It's at this point, you don't need... You've got plenty of damage. TA has a Rapier. You've got the Auras. You've got the Drow. Just use the Echo Slam for the stun that you need sometimes, and you'll find these kills. And still not over. I mean, far from over. VP still, if anything, have an edge. They're the ones with the Rax advantage, and just have to perhaps find a few new tools to play around with to deal with that TA.
I mean, I think Ramses is probably thinking, well, where do I go now? You know, he obviously hit that great timing, but it's
money.
not kind of cutting it at this stage.
Maybe considers evasion since TA has no MKB.
Oh, yeah, straight out. Goodbye.
I want to say a butterfly could be good on Ramses. Any evasion at this point can't be easily countered, but hard to say for sure. It's the Echo Saber that'll be replaced. He could get a butterfly. He could get, I don't know, a Bloodthorn, but...
Highlight die. There's the vision with the Wave of Terror. The pings come out. They have got the obs down, so VP seeing the move in, gets the swap back onto Solo, but the Ghost Scepter keeping him alive. Well, I say that. The multicast from Puppey come in and Solo critted down. Another one onto the tally of mid one.
Secret finding their footing. They're finding the kills now. Suddenly what looked like VP just cruising their way to a 2-0 victory as momentum and Secret. It was so crazy. Like, each team seems to have their stage of the game. Game 1, it was like first 15 minutes VP, then it was Secret for the next 20, then VP took the last 15. This game, it was, again, VP clearly dominating the mid game, and Secret for the last 10 minutes have had everything go their way. Looking to continue it now. The pushing high ground's a whole nother beast, though. At this point, if VP with their high ground defense, if they're that's when they're going to get the initiation. The reason Secret's winning fights is because they're initiating now. They're the ones starting things off, and if you're pushing high ground, it's less likely to be the case. So we'll see how they handle a potential high ground push. That is going to be just a big challenge for them, I think.
Lil just doing his best at the moment to clean out the waves. Keep the pressure back on Secret's side of the map. Secret, they found themselves Roche as well.
I guess 4 will take something.
Who's going to pick up what? Cheese.
It's supports, yeah. You got that stage of the game where supports take stuff like Aegis and Cheese. Everyone else needs their 6 slots, or carries need their 6 slots for real items.
I mean, the question still is whether mid one picks up that second Rapier. Or maybe even just gets the backup Rapier.
Yeah, backup
Rapier. He's nearly got enough for
bad.
Rapier and buyback.
Yeah, that's a legit consideration when you want to be pushing enemy high ground. You may die, and then if you have buyback and you don't loot, and you have a Rapier to fill in your empty slot, it could be an approach that works for that high ground push. Other options is carrying like a refresher around on a courier, so you have the refresher for a second BKB in a team fight, but that's very hard to use and a bit messy, can get kind of chaotic in those situations. I'm wondering what the side of VP, we asked Lifestealer what item he's going to go for. Still has 6k gold, nothing crazy, but does have item slots to improve upon. The Echo Saber being the big one, the Deso you can even replace for bigger items. Hasn't eaten a Moon Shard.
Mid one's Wet Dream there. DD Rapier.
Yikes.
2k crits.
Who else can I? OD might consider a refresher too. Replace the full stuff with a refresher.
Oh, here we go as well. This is almost certainly going to be the backup Rapier
Backup
for the
Rapier?
bank. Backup Rapier, boys?
Who else is playing Adam?
We might see something happen here, though. The Puppy leading forward, finding the opening onto Lil. But at the same time on the side, they found the jump in onto the Ramses. Ramses is down. That's the big kill for Secret. They'll turn towards Disruptor, but the Ghost are keeping him alive. They're going to get that one as well, though. It's a double kill for mid-one.
Well, they see Pi alone. I wonder. They're not going to go for him. The lanes are pushed out quite well. Immediately, Marana TP's top, knowing that they can push out these lanes. That TP, though, he needs to arrow that creep.
Oh, nicely played by Lil, but he could still be in trouble.
He's all right for now. He can play cat and mouse. He's got leap as well as
They're looking for the cutoff. Oh no, it was cancelled. It looked like
that was a mid-one TP.
But then he cancelled the
He
bots.
did buy the backup rapier, by the way, or it's sitting at base for now. He could consider replacing the Deso, but I like the idea of the backup rapier.
Just keep the backup. Have that second life. You don't need it. He's already doing enough damage. You know what I mean? It's just a fallback.
So Lifestealer sold his Echo Saber. He was going shopping when he died there. I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to buy.
He's also dead.
Yeah, maybe he has something on the courier, but either way, he's got to now buy back and defend with an empty item slot.
Needs to buy back.
Oh, they've got to jump.
Already the jumping, but the Hex is there onto Faref. They'll stun Pasha, holding him back. Now the buybacks come out, but they've lost the top racks. The damage has been done. Secret able to break the base.
Mirana's just trying to wrap. Mirana's trying to bring them back now through split push. He doesn't do the best building damage, but it's still annoying.
Ramses doesn't want to buy back. He's holding onto his buyback, just losing these racks.
Sure about that call, but
Lil
Lil trying to keep his team in the game, and there we go. He's forced the TPs, but he's been caught.
He could pay with his life here with a chain stun and pots the BKB, trying to get himself out. Goes for the TP, but the damage is too much. You cannot BKB TP in front of mid-one.
That was very nice, knowing that they couldn't just TP a Shaker to stop him. They needed the physical damage for that BKB TP, and he committed the leap. If he has leap there, he can leap away from TA and then go for that BKB TP, but here we go. We'll see some mines. So Bloodthorn on Drow. What else do we go? OD needs spend, I guess. Bought a Moon Shard, so not going to see anything crazy. I mean, OD just hasn't upgraded to a Hurricane Pike. Like, what's up with that? Come on, no one? You got that casual force off. You either replace it or you upgrade it. In the life, okay, yeah, there we go. He's got the talisman. It will be the evasion. I talked about there being no MKBs, but as soon as he gets up, there's a Bloodthorn.
Oh, he's gone in as well.
Okay.
He's holding the second rapier.
It's all right. He's got the money for third and the fourth rapier. It's all good. He's invested wisely.
Oh, boys. I mean, these crits are going to hurt.
Holy moly. Lifesteal is just banking on killing the TA so he can get some items, I guess, at this point. They smoke up. What's the call? Try and hex the TA and kill her, I guess.
I mean, these fights are looking so hard for VP. Now with
TA trap after the smoke was popped.
Gets the Hex onto TA. Good swap from Pi, making sure nothing else goes down. They get the Magic Missile onto Noah. Stampede pop. Pasha jumps up with good stun onto two. Ramses comes out. Needs to take down MP. MP falling over the Satanic. Keeps him alive. Not for long enough. Satanic.
Arrow
off the Satanic. Oh, the Rapier's hit the deck. It's gone. Rapier on Lifestealer. It's a freebie for Ramses. Pi died to be taken down as well.
Mirana's got one too.
Oh,
screw it. Let's take Rapier's TA.
There's the backup. So mid-one will have another Rapier, but yeah, there's a Rapier on Lil.
Does he have
there's a Rapier on Ramses.
And he kept his Deso too. So he's got Deso. He's not like it's a disaster in terms of his items. So he's still got Deso Rapier. He still does damage.
Because of the Rapiers and such. Bam.
I don't think that's included in that. No, that doesn't include.
No,
the gold.
No, of course not. Yeah.
The gold net worth graph will show the Rapiers though.
Oh, that's
I don't think it's kicked in yet, but you'll see a huge swing going the Dyer's way with the Rapier. Humongous. Just wait. I think.
Just assume my gender?
Who knows? Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. Half the time I'm full of shit.
Let's go. It's
Well,
going to be the big base defense here. No Pi.
come on, TA. Just do it already. Set that buyback on cooldown.
Set the buyback on cooldown as soon as possible,
And
surely.
it's a small difference. It's not the end of the world, but
You're back in the game. Arrow's going to come through. Isn't going to catch on to anyone. Oh, he's been X. He's been X. Get him back. Can you get him out? But Passion there with a stop. They do get him out in time. They've lost the Ogre, though. Oh, they've lost forever as well. He got glimpsed back into the midst of it all. They're going for the throne.
They're ignoring
comes out mid-one with the damage. He's looking towards OD. Will be able to take one down. But Ramses is hitting the Ancient and Secret are out at the major qualifiers. Virtus Pro have done it. But what a game to go out on. Secret knocked out though, 2-0 for VP out, but what a game. And it really is a shame that we're not going to see this team, because they really showed us some very entertaining Dota, but also on the plus, of course, great that we'll see more VP. This team, absolutely amazing in the group stages. In the playoffs, they woke up this morning, were feeling a bit grouchy, maybe celebrated last night, but now as it comes into the later hours of the day, They show us their power, and they show us how they can deal with a TA that was spending money on triple rapier at the end of the day, and it wasn't enough. Even with Ramses falling behind in terms of late game damage output, the team coordination was there, and what a performance from VP.
Both teams looking like teams that could finish like top 8 in major or something. Everyone elevated their play. It's sad to say goodbye to Team Secret, but
Classic.
it was a wonderful game.
Now, that game went on so long, we've actually got 6.9 out now.
Well, welcome back to our couch.
Thank you.
All right,